Mothers that give their children stupid names should go directly to jail. You know the amount of peer pressure, abuse, you know, mental abuse, verbal abuse, intimidation, leading to suicide. Mothers that name their children Lucifer, foreskin, vagina, any type of silly names like that should go straight to jail for child abuse. Good afternoon, class. I just need to do a roll call for all the people that are in our classrooms. Let's start off with the first person. I'm looking for Asterix. Is Asterix in the classroom? Oh boy. What about hashtag? Is hashtag? Anybody seen hashtag? Oh, what about Forrest? Anybody seen Forrest in the classroom? What about Noel? No Noel. What about foreskin? Anybody? Who made this classroom list with all these silly names? Man, today, guys, we gotta talk about all of these silly names that some of these women and some of these men be giving to their children, man. Some of these names should be considered like child abuse, because this is crazy. And this all started when, I went to Buffalo to go and see a girl that I saw previously, and I went over to her house, we hung out, we drank and everything, blew a little, and that was it. So afterwards, I saw her for it's been a couple of months since I seen her. This time when I saw her, she looked pregnant, and I was like, oh man, can't be mine, because I right before you let it go. So anyways, I go and see her, and I said, man, you look pregnant, and she's like, yeah, I'm pregnant. And I was like, oh, okay, so did you come up with a name for your son or daughter? Yeah, I'm gonna name her Disney World. And I told her, there's no way you can name her Disney World. That's a trademark. They wouldn't allow you to put Disney World on the birth certificate. What kind of silliness is that? See, that's why some of y'all need to be wrapping it up with when you're going out with some of these ladies with all these silly names, because shoot, that's crazy. You gotta wrap it up for some of these ladies, especially if they start naming their children with these silly names. So I told her, there's no way you could name child Disney World. So the next thing I tell her is like, Sarah, which, this is a white girl. I said, Sarah, why don't you have any backup names? Backup white names like Becky, Susanna, Margaret. Like, there's some things that, in the black culture you may find exciting. But one of the ones that we really question is when we, start naming all these silly names. Like, I know you want to wear your braids. I know you want to put on the weave. I know you want to do your liposuction, your butt implants. I know you want to put on your lip injections, but really, unique black name, that's always been a taboo. Look at Kanye calling it Northwest. That's some real silly stuff. Even us Africans don't do that. That's one thing we don't even agree upon. So now, that happened a few months ago. But then I also was reading in my headlines about Pretty Ricky, one of the singers from Pretty Ricky, being arrested at Disney World, coincidentally. And when we looked at the mugshot, his name said Spectacular Blue. I said, what kind of craziness is going on in the African American culture that we got some silly names? But then it doesn't stop there. When you look at his family, Spectacularly Blue. His brother's name is Ala Diamond. His son's name is Son Marchiari. And then his other son's name is Spectacular Junior. And then his father's name is Big Blue. His mother's name is Mama Blue. His brother's name is Special. The other brother's name is Baby Blue Whoa. And the cousin's name is Slickum. What the heck is going on with all these silly names? But anyways, let's get back to Spectacular Blue, because he did some really spectacularly dumb stuff at Disney World for him to get banned. So let's see what this Spectacular Blue guy did. Man, this is so silly. He waits in line for Disneyland to get on a ride, and he sneezes in front of one of the employees. He did it as a joke. and when he sneezed, he said COVID. Well, the employee didn't think that was funny, so he told him, "You gotta get out of the line." And Spectacularly Blue said, "Why do I need to get out of the line?" He said, "Because we find that inappropriate." So as he puts his hands out, Spectacular Blue is trying to go around it, and he punches the employee, and the employee, falls back and falls all the way to the ground. Now, the employee didn't think nothing of it. He went to the hospital. But when he found out that the person that knocked him out was a celebrity, you know what happens. As soon as it started, he's coming with all these charges, oh, my neck, oh, my back, oh, I had a coma, oh, the concussion. You know he's going to get paid. So now, Spectacular Blue is banned from Disney World. What is always these dumbass names coming from? Spectacular Blue did some spectacular dumb stuff. So now, Spectacularly Blue, he went on his Instagram to tell his version of the story, and he's trying to say that, when you have success, they always come after the black man. But really, you waiting in a line at Disney World, nobody knows who you were at Disney World, not even the employee. You're nothing to really brag about. Come on now. And then he tried to, pull the race card and say, that people are picking on him because he's black. And I'm like, come on now. You're a nobody. Nobody knew who you were at Disney World. Nobody was coming for you. Nobody was coming for you for your defense. Even the security guard that got knocked out didn't even know who you were. It was only later on when they did the mugshot and then they did all the examination. Once he found out who you were, man, he did all his best acting skills to play like he was a victim, and then he's gonna get paid. Let me give y'all another example. I'm working as a nurse, probably only for a few days at the maternity ward, and the pregnant mother is there, and the husband is there, and as soon as they're giving birth, the nurse asks, what's the name of the child? When are you gonna get the name of the child? And she says something real dumb, some silly name. Everybody was quiet and hushed, and you know who they looked at? They looked at me. You know why? Because they're gonna go after the baby is born. They're gonna speak to me at lunchtime and ask me, why is it in the African American community you guys like to name some silly ass names? Like, you gotta tell us, what's the reason? I'm looking at them and saying, even I don't know why they're giving them some silly ass name. So, sometimes if I see the husband, I'll call him over to the side and say, yo, bro, why are you gonna let her name your child with a silly name? As soon as you get home, all the bros are gonna be joking about his name. When he goes to get his first communion, his first baptism, the pastor's gonna be joking about the name. And then when he goes to school, they're gonna pick on him. And then when he gets to high school, boy, it's just gonna increase and get worse. And then when he's ready to go and get a job and he puts his name on the resume, you only get 10 seconds to make your first impression. And if the interviewer is spending the whole 10 seconds trying to figure out how this name, and it's so silly, he's gonna be distracted the whole time. So it's already hard enough for black people to get a job. Why are you gonna make it hard when they see the resume's name? They're just gonna toss it to the side. May not even get an interview. So really, there's all these detriment effects of giving your children a dumb name. That's why there should be charges. People giving us those dumbass names to their children need to be charged with child abuse. Anyways, guys, if you're for YouTube, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.